Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post another quick video here. Actually, before I run off to the library and pick up my next stack of CDs to burn. This is actually going to be kind of getting back on track to the album of the week. I pretty much missed the entire week or entire month of September, so this is going to kind of, in a cheating way, make up for those four or five videos I should have done for September, and then I'm going to get right back on track with October here. Do a couple of videos to do the first 2 weeks of October, then I should be back on track. So I was trying to think of maybe the best way to cheat to do it, and I thought I would kind of do it in conjunction with a kind of a quick concert review. Went and saw Lionel Richie about a week or two ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And I've seen him twice before. I saw him a long time ago in, I guess maybe early 2000s. Actually, probably not, like in the 90s, actually, late 90s, somewhere around there. And then also saw him about 5 years ago. He did actually our company hired him to do a show for us. And then this is kind of the third time I got a chance to see him. And of course everyone knows Lionel Richie. I mean, he's been around since the 70s, you know, with the Commodores and everything else. In my opinion, one of the greatest songwriters of all time. I know you have like your Dylans out there and, you know, all that type of stuff, but when I think about meaning and feeling and lyrics and stuff that I get from an artist, Lionel Richie and Bruce Springsteen, I think, are just two of the best songwriters of all time. But anyway, so going to see him in concert, you know, is always exciting because you know he has this huge catalog of stuff, and he pretty much played it all. I mean, it wasn't I have a new album out, so I'm promoting just the album and whatever else. It was pretty much, I can't remember the exact title of the show, but it had something to do with all the greatest hits or something like that. So he gave us everything. I mean, Commodore hit after Commodore hit, all of his solo career hits and everything. So it was a fantastic concert. And the dude is like, what, upper 60s, if not going right in his 70s, and I mean, still looks awesome, still sounds fantastic. I mean, just truly one of the greatest artists, I mean, ever. I don't know. The guy just has that something, you know. But anyway, so I thought I would do is just kind of share 4 or 5 Lionel Richie albums. Again, just kind of make up for my album of the week for September. So we'll start off here. This is, of course, Lionel Richie, which I believe was self-titled, or was this titled You Are? I think it was self-titled, actually. The big hit off of this was You Are. Yeah, it was self-titled. And so, you know, again, it's just one of the early albums after Lionel left the Commodores, which I always find kind of ironic, too, because, you know, obviously he's one of the king of the ballads. You know, I mean, he always said one of the reasons why he did ballads, or why he, you know, kept bringing them to the forefront, is that was kind of one thing that would never fall out of style, is loving someone and telling you love someone and falling in love. He was like, that's just one emotion that just never goes away. So it's something he wrote about a lot. But I guess originally the Commodores got very sick of him writing all these ballads, and on top of that, you know, the amount of money that he was making compared to the rest of the band because of, you know, writing credits and everything else. Basically, Commodores just kind of jealous of when you really get down to it. I mean, I've heard both sides kind of tell their stories, but when you listen to it, it really is, you guys got jealous that he was kind of taking over because he was so damn good, what it boils down to. But anyway, I'm getting off track. This is one of his early albums after he left the Commodores. Biggest hit definitely on this was You Are, and Truly was also on this. So you have that one. And then his absolute smash, which was this one here. Again, Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. I mean, this album was, I think, definitely the biggest album of his career. You know, All Night Long, Penny Lover, Stuck on You, Running with the Night, Hello. I mean, he had a lot of #1 hits on this particular album. And he absolutely killed the charts with it. And as big as this was, and I've always said, I can't imagine how big maybe it could have been if it didn't happen to come out. I think within 3 or 4 months of the same time Michael Jackson dropped Thriller. So, you know, everything that was on this album was battling against Michael Jackson on the charts because, again, the release of Thriller, and of course everyone, like Michael or not, knows how big that was. So this was kind of Lionel Richie's Grail in my opinion. This is definitely his best work, and I mean, just a smash album. Love that one to death. Then of course he followed it up with this one, which is Dancing on the Ceiling. I mean, definitely some good songs on this album. You have Say You Say Me, which came, you know, which was on the movie, was it White Nights? What else was on here? Ballerina Girl, which is kind of cool. Dancing on the Ceiling, of course, was a huge hit. Out of all his hits, that's the one I like the least. But it's definitely a fun one to watch him perform live, because every time I've seen him, you talk about getting a crowd going with that freaking song. But so anyway, that's Dancing on the Ceiling. And the last two I'll show here, this is Lionel Richie, the composer. Just kind of going over some of the stuff he did with the Commodores. This probably actually has one of my favorite songs, if not my favorite by him, which is Oh No. Great song. I think one of the best songs he ever did, solo or Commodores wise. Probably wasn't the biggest song known by the Commodores, but you know, again, everything on this album is perfection too. Just to Be Close to You, Easy, 3 Times a Lady, Still, Endless Love, Sail On, No Mercy. He did piss us off in the concert, though. I have to share this story. So he starts talking about, because before he does almost every song, he gave some quick background about what was going on and, you know, all that type of stuff. It was really funny. It was really entertaining. But when he started talking about Endless Love, and he started saying, you know, when I said I was coming to Chicago or whatever, and I was going to be in town, he said I had to call up this lady and tell her she had to come join with me, and everyone just started going crazy. And then he was like, you know, Miss Diana Ross, and I mean, people just like lost their mind, just screaming and going off, because everyone thought Diana Ross was there. And then he's like, but she couldn't make it. And then everyone's like, oh. Then he starts going on and on again. He's like, but I told her she had to come, and we had to do this. It was a must. So, ladies and gentlemen, everybody starts screaming again, thinking she's getting ready to come out. It's like, but she said no. And I don't know, it's funny to look back on it now, but I cannot honestly tell you how upset I actually was at that moment. I think it's maybe something you ought to leave out of his future shows, because literally I got so pissed off thinking that, holy cow, not only am I seeing Diana Ross again, Lionel Richie, but Diana Ross is about to come out on stage here, and that really ticked me off. But anyway, again, just a little funny concert story. So that's Lionel Richie, the composer. Great album there. And if you're not, you know, so a Lionel Richie fan, and it's kind of like, well, I wouldn't mind having 1 or 2 pieces of his stuff or whatever, the 2 that I would definitely recommend getting, well, I can't say that. One great album, let's put it that way, is this one here, which is Back to Front. And this is basically kind of a greatest hits that he has. Very, very good stuff. One of my sealed LPs. I have the CD, but I haven't opened the vinyl on this one. But you know, it's actually what we listen to right now is the CD. You know, right there. So, songs like Do It To Me, My Destiny, Love Oh Love, All Night Long, Easy Still, Endless Love, Running With the Night, Sail On, Hello, Penny Lover, Truly, Say You, Say Me, 3 Times a Lady. Everything on this album right here. So we'll just call September Lionel Richie month. Fantastic music. Glad I got a chance to see him live again. You know, celebrate all the work he's done. Just one of the best songwriters of all time. Absolutely love that guy. So anyway, there you go, VC. September albums of the month, and I will be back in the next day or so to catch up on the album of the month starting for October, as well as introduce and do my contest as well. So be on the lookout for that. All right, take care, VC.